Welcome back. We'll talk rip currents, Interstate 10, and capital punishment. My name's Ike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. The death of Baldwin County Sheriff's Deputy Bill Smith while he was trying to help struggling swimmers is bringing some attention to the lack of a warning system along the unincorporated Fort Morgan Peninsula, reports AL.com's John Sharp. Deputy Smith died over the weekend. And then on Wednesday, authorities, including the Fort Morgan Volunteer Fire Department and the Baldwin County Sheriff's Department, reported another drowning off the peninsula near Tacky Jacks. 63-year-old James Campbell of Athens, Alabama, died. There's not a local government on the peninsula that might typically run a flag warning system like you see in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach and the Northwest Florida beaches. But so much of the area is private property anyway. And that also means there aren't public lifeguard stations, although some condos do hire their own private lifeguards. Lifeguard stations and patrols are expensive. University of South Alabama coastal engineering professor Brett Webb, quote, "This is certainly not an Alabama problem. This is a nationwide problem, and it's something we see on beaches across the country that are in unincorporated areas that don't have active lifeguard stations," end quote. Now, incidentally, if any of y'all are spending today anywhere on Alabama's Gulf Coast, be aware that there will be a high risk of rip currents until tonight, when it's supposed to change to moderate. Now, if you ever do get caught in a rip current, it's going to pull you away from shore. Don't get panicked and don't wear yourself out trying to swim straight back in. Michael Phelps would struggle to swim against some rips. Now, it's not going to try to suck you under either. It's going to pull you away from the beach, maybe a pretty good ways, but you won't keep going forever. Stay calm, stay afloat, and try to move parallel to the beach. When you get outside the rip, start angling toward the beach and riding the waves back in. Now, all that's easier to say and remember when the Gulf's not pulling you out a few feet a second, I realize. Y'all be careful this summer. Have fun and watch the flags, if there are flags, in the local weather report. Everybody in coastal Alabama and many statewide remember the I-10 Mobile River Bridge and Bayway project from a couple years ago. A toll was part of the plan, and it drew tremendous heat, and the plan was scrapped in 2019. And in the meantime, traffic congestion hasn't fixed itself. And now AL.com's John Sharp reports that a new proposal is back. The Eastern Shore Metropolitan Planning Commission unanimously approved putting an I-10 truck-only bridge project on its long and short-term plans. Now, you may hear more discussions in the future about how broadly they might define trucks, but it would keep tractor-trailers and certain other trucks out of the George Wallace Tunnel. The tunnel would stay toll-free. The truck bridge would be partially paid for with up to a $15 toll on the trucks. Now, don't look for the Alabama Trucking Association to love on that too much. Now, the financing plan also includes a $125 million federal grant, $250 million in state subsidies through the gas tax, and $300 million from a federal loan. That $300 million would be paid back through the truck toll. The next step here is for the Alabama Department of Transportation to do its studies on the proposed project. The state of Alabama says it's nearing the completion of a capital punishment system using nitrogen gas, reports the Associated Press. In 2018, the state authorized the use of nitrogen hypoxia as a method of execution, with proponents arguing that it would be simpler and more humane than lethal injection. Then on Tuesday, the state issued a court filing that the system of execution is nearly finished. The filing did not give details on how the system would work, and no timetable was given on putting it into place. Right now, Alabama uses lethal injection as its standard method of execution, and it's becoming more and more difficult to acquire the drugs needed. Death row inmates also can request the electric chair. Well, thank y'all for listening. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Until then, stop by and see us whenever you can at al.com.